No problem there, but I mean obviously it's all down to the driver.
I'm Steve Canner and I'm a district sales manager for Polaris Britain. Polaris have developed over the last few years a RZR range of machines, starting with a smaller, narrower 800cc machine, and over time it's developed through to the S model, and then last year they launched the RZR 900 XP, which is a very extreme performance machine, and we're very excited with the acceptance that it's got.
We've been involved with Polaris for about 5 years, and about a year ago they released the XP 900, which really out of a crate is an excellent machine. To race, all you need is to put a fire extinguisher in, 4-point harnesses, and you need a battery disconnect switch. From a standard machine to racing, it's cost effective to race. This is the suspension. Here we have the long travel shock absorber spring. It's got compression adjustment on it for damping, and also we've got the wide A-arm setup, which allows it to handle really well. The engine is a 900cc, it's a twin-cylinder fuel injection engine. It's a brand new engine that's been developed by Polaris, and it was actually developed in the UK in Birmingham. It's got a good output, it's 88 brake horsepower as stock. You can just race it without adding any more power to it. On this model again, Polaris have developed a new rear suspension system. It's a trailing arm system with cross linkage, which gives good power down to the ground, also allows it to have really good suspension travel. Driving functions are just like an automatic car. It's basically a brake and accelerator. Transmission is quite unique though. It has low ratio and high ratio. It also has 4-wheel drive, but also it has an additional diff lock in the front, which gives it 4-wheel drive lock, which means that all 4 wheels will drive at once. This means that, you know, basically it's capable of driving in any terrains, mud, etc., and still get traction. The other good feature about it is that the seat is fully adjustable, the steering is adjustable as well, so that you can adjust it to whatever position the driver, should I say, feels more comfortable. You've also got, for the passenger, a nice handbar there to hang on to, and we've got these side protection nettings to make sure the driver keeps inside the cockpit and doesn't put any his arms or his legs outside. This is my race Polaris. As you can see, it looks a bit different. The transmission, the engine, everything is completely standard though. So the only things really that you can see that are extra are protection and cosmetics. It's got a front bumper on it, Nerf bars, beadlock wheels, which obviously save the tyre coming off the rim. It's also got a Yoshimura exhaust on and a fuel controller, and that's the only extras you're allowed to put on the engine, or should I say tune the engine with. You can't do any internal modifications. This vehicle has also got doors, which again, they're on for safety, good protection, you know, particularly if you come into contact with another vehicle. We've also got a quick release steering wheel on there, which you can take off very easily. You can put that back on, you know, in any position, so you keep your steering's always straight. To race one of these is brilliant, excellent fun to drive.
I'm Paul Rowlands. I've been racing quads now for 25 years. British Motocross Champion 89, British Enduro Champion 1991, Speedway Champion 92, 93. Obviously, I used to race quads. I got paralysed at Western in 2004. Back in the seat racing competitively again. You know, even though being paralysed, I think I can still win races. We launched them about 8 weeks ago, and since then they sold 20,000. But now the 900 is like a rocket ship, and the ACU now we're looking to run a series. We're looking for the wins today. Hopefully it'll be on the competitive edge. We need a good start and away to go.
What we're seeing here today is an adding on to an already existing quad racing setup, and we're very excited that we've been invited to join in, and with the acceptance that we've got up to now, the other quad racers are also taking a great deal of interest in what we're doing. So hopefully a birth of something very good for the future.
It's cross between a WRC rally car and a quad. It handles very similar to the quad, so a lot of the lines you choose and a lot of the way you corner is the same as a quad, but obviously you've got the steering wheel and foot controls which more, suit it towards more of like a rally type vehicle. But excellent fun, and obviously slightly safer than a quad because you've got the roll cages over the top. I'm driving an XP 900 from Polaris. It's a new machine for 2011, so it's 900cc, four-wheel drive, and this is a completely standard machine, this one is. So straight out of the box, you could buy this machine that I'm racing today. It's intense, definitely intense. Off the gate, all the machines are fairly similar power, so the first corner is always very, very interesting. But once you get past that first corner, it then comes on to who takes the best lines into the corners and who's got really the guts to hit the jumps, and that's what makes the difference. Well, in the US, the side-by-side market now has gone through the roof, and obviously they're doing GNCC and motocross, and they're doing work series, and I think that's going to come over the water into the UK, and we've certainly seen as a dealer a lot more interest in the side-by-side, because two people can share the expense, they can share the experience, and they can swap between driver and co-driver. So I see for next year, I think this will definitely be the growing sport. And we've got customers that are coming from, they've probably had Subaru or Mitsubishi Evo type rally cars that want to get involved in rallying but probably can't quite afford that budget, so they'll come into the side-by-sides. And then you've got the guys that are probably getting on now and ache a little bit more on a Monday morning after the quad biking, so they can move their skill set over into one of these side-by-side machines. So it's all sorts, but because it's got a steering wheel and foot pedals, it's open to anybody that can drive a car, so the appeal is a lot more. I think if you're looking for that ultimate thrill, I think these machines are it. You get the sideways action that a lot of people are looking for in the rally, and you get the off-road experience that you would get with any kind of motocross series, so really it's the complete package.
What we're trying to create is an atmosphere not just for racing and people to enjoy themselves, but a good club atmosphere, an experience that people want to come again to, and obviously that people want to join. Because the beauty about these, we can race them on the beach, we can do endurance, we can do rallycross, we can do all sorts of disciplines, speedway even, so it just lends itself to all types of different racing. And they've really seen a market with this where people want to have fun, four-wheel drive fun, with two seats.
This is the last race of the season, so we've committed now as a company to sponsoring the next season's racing, and hopefully it will grow from there. We'll get more and more machines added, and it will just grow and grow and grow, and we're very excited with what the future holds.
I couldn't race any longer because my son got me so committed to look after him I didn't have any time to race myself. Polaris came along and offered a race series on the same tracks, ready to go out the box. I could do it, so here I am. Great fun, it's exhilarating, they're very fast, they handle well, and you're fairly safe because you've got a full roll cage and full harnesses. And I hate to say, at my age, I need that. I don't want to be hitting the ground anymore, it's too hard. Well, that's the second time I've raced one of these. It's automatic. I'm quite sure most people are capable of racing one of these out of the box, and it's great. It's a great machine.
Anybody can go into one of our sports and leisure dealers and buy a RZR XP 900, and it's open to everyone. There's no special requirements, just someone want to have a really good time and to enjoy it. I don't think anybody could say they went out in one of these machines on these tracks that they didn't have a really good time.
This is good fun.